baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Yeah, and that's not the pitch you want to throw on 2-2. I mean, that was so high, he didn't even have to think about swinging at it.
Curveball, but a good job to lay off, and he works out the free pass.
Now batting, catcher,
Hank Conger will stride in, grounded out his last time through. Here's the first offering. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0.
Yeah, he's still sticking with that fastball, but you start to get the sense that it's flattening out just a little bit. That could be a warning sign.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And that's going to land foul.
6 1/3, 1 run, got a no decision in the game Sunday against Atlanta. 1 run in 12 career innings against the Braves and Alex Wood. He only gave up 2 runs, the Ian Desmond home run, the second one in 7 great innings for him on Sunday. 6:30 tomorrow night. Johnny and Ray in the studio. Nats Extra will join you from the booth at 7 o'clock.
2-2. Now a
Ramiro
swing, and he
Pena.
popped him up.
Then the number 9 spot.
Ordinary pop-up at that. This is
Looks
way
like
up
Simmons
there.
will be the pitcher.
Well, who's scoring this season? 5 games, no record, 193 EOA. No saves at 120, 4 and 1 for 4 and 2 for the fifth, 6 strikeouts, no walk.
The Blue Jays on top, 14-3.
The 6th appearance for Story.
Mark Farmer will come on now to try
Corner
and
Story
sort this
hitting
mess out, as he'll likely be
125
asked to
against
go at
him.
least a few innings here.
Points number 1. Points out for 1 half batters, 167. Points homer by 1 half batters, 1. Points out by 1 half batters, 100. Points homer by 1 half batters, nothing.
167. Righty's hitting just 100 against the fastball slider change combination. Fastball averaging 94 miles an hour. Well, you're not going to use Kimbrel for 2 innings, so you weather that storm if you can get through this.
And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1.
They've already fired all their bullets.
Nats would still have
Fought off at the
Blevins,
plate as
Stammen, and
it's chopped
Soriano.
foul.
Although we're not sure about Craig Stammen, just 2 days removed from pitching over 3 innings.
Now here's the pitch.
Ramiro Pena went up and tried to end
There's
the game.
Kinsler at second.
Historic career, he's 1 for 1 with a walk.
Ben Zobrist get another shot down, 2 for 3 in the game.
Nasty. 87 straight down.
Change up right there.
I think good too. We're seeing all of my games.
Change up that feed that's got finally
Yeah. We did watch Steven Strasburg yesterday and said, I want to do that. That was a very similar changeup right there from Storm. The pitch only throws 3% of the time. That one, a dandy.
Would he double up? He goes with the change away, was up a bit. Lobotone took the brunt of that foul tip. Jose beaten up a bit tonight. Took a breaking ball off his left wrist earlier.
Another good changeup from Storm. And he just gets a little bit of it. Got on the quad. You see the exposed quad of Jose Lobaton. That's going to leave a mark.
Look how he drops that left knee, and the ball goes right above it. I don't know how these guys do it. Gotta love it when you catch it. Quickest way to the big leagues and the quickest way to the trainer's room. No balls, 2 strikes, still.
Now the first pitch. In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Storm goes with the slider. Ball 1.
And the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch.
That breaks his back.
Now a ball grounded foul over toward the coaching box.
It up as it goes
It makes the right turn. Drew wants to keep that ball because it's got fine power all over it.
And Milwaukee wins 12-3.
Now a ball hit sharply on the ground to third. There to get it is right. Throw in the dirt to first, and he can't come up with it cleanly.
Not much more to say here. I mean, this has just been an awful performance from these guys. Top to bottom. They can't hit the ball, they can't catch the ball, and they can't throw the ball. Nothing has gone right. They got to be thinking, this one, it can't end soon enough.
Miguel Cabrera will step in. Singled and came around to score his last time. Now we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. Now here's the first pitch. In the air to right center.
And Storen.
Under it is Kadire. 2 away.
I've seen him do the changeup before, but I've never seen him all three
the only
strikes
good
with the
news that comes
changeup.
out of this at-bat is that he stayed out of the double play.
The
Other
first
than that,
strikeout should
this
change the
at-bat
changeup.
really did the
Actually,
deal.
the foul tip and the punch-out pitch and changeup happened.
Joseph will dig in, needing to come up with a 3-bagger to complete the cycle.
Goes off that last changeup. But watch the arm action. Same as the fastball. Movement the same. Hanging it way out in front.
Now here's the first pitch.
Well, they were showing it.
And this is on the ground toward the hole. Oh, look at right. From a knee, he throws him out. A remarkable play there to retire the side. Any questions as to why this guy's a Gold Glover? Didn't think so. More spring training baseball from Florida following this.
Against Drew Storen, 1 for 2 career.
Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are.
I mean, maybe to righties occasionally, but you could just go strictly fastball change to lefties and can the slider.
Diane Viciedo will stand in. He struck out and popped.
That 94. That was the hard sinker to Drew.
Good, now I can.
Drew a couple of years ago when we first saw him come up to the big leagues.
Here's the first pitch to
First time I saw him throwing in Vieira as a kid.
Now a check swing here, a little looper. Johnson is there to put this one away, and it takes just one pitch to record the first out of the 7th.
This isn't always the way you want to play it here. I mean, it's late in the game. Your guys are losing. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to take a pitch or two. Instead, he chases after the very first pitch, and it's an easy out.
Jose Iglesias
Storen
will
going
stand in
Clipper
now.
here in the
He
ninth
struck
inning,
out
2
and
out.
flied out 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch coming. And that's taken
Sure, most of the are in for striking release. Oh, yeah.
Good fade to it, doming out in front just like Payne.
Now here it comes.
That pitch plays nicely
Good
right here
curveball,
versus
strike
Jason
2.
Hayward.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit,
against
but at
Storen.
least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too
some
much.
kind of battle in
Here it
all
comes.
phases of the game between the Nats and the
And
Braves
this is
tonight.
hit sharply toward the third base coaching box.
I mean, it's a
foul
heavyweight
ball.
fight. There's no other way to put it. One team takes the lead, the other team comes right back.
One out,
But
nobody
they're going
on.
back and forth all night, toe to toe, and right now we're in the 15th
Swinging a
round.
high pop-up. Could be tough back behind third. And this will be taken in without much trouble. It's an easy start to the 7th. 2 gone.
Hayward 0 for 3 with a
Whatever he's
walk
doing
tonight.
out there, it's working out
Change
for
up away, and
him.
that thing's got
That's
such
back-to-back
severe
pop-ups here to
late
start the
movement
inning.
away.
And he's just making it look
It's either
easy.
being missed or hit right off the end of the bat.
Ian will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Savannah was throwing.
In there, 0-1. EK, the starter, creeping up on 100 pitches now, but that number alone doesn't
with
appear
the
to be
killer
affecting him
slider.
too much at all.
Yeah, it still looks sharp. Still, way that teams handle pitchers nowadays, I don't think he'll wind up going much further.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Now here's the pitch.
You can bounce the slider again and get back to the
Hard hit to third.
Ah.
And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
And go right to it. Yeah, I think they're going to do that.
So much of hitting is all
There
about
it
hitting
is.
the right pitch.
Some kind of
Here,
pitching
he didn't like
by
either
Kimbrel
one
in
of the
the top.
first couple he sees.
Stored in the
Balls
bottom
behind
of the
quickly,
ninth inning.
0-2.
Nothing for the hitters in that
Then
frame.
he
Here
finally
comes
gets a
Bryce.
location he can
Nats
do
go
something
extras
with
for the second time this year.
Base hit.
Martin Ramos will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. And that misses.
I don't know if it,
a look here at the hits per side here in the late going.
the Yankees saw that Toronto lose.
1-0 on the way. And now a stoppage here as a balk has been called. And that could wind up being a costly one as it'll move that base runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
Actually, I want to see if... Let's see if... Gary's online. Leroy is online. And Timmer's online. Dude.
1-0. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
If
Now the 1-1. And he takes
Marcus cannot get this
2-1.
better, I'm going to get my reliever in the game.
A 2-1 offering.
Nationals baseball on Masson, brought to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in You, and by Ocean City, Maryland. Put your vacation days to good use in Ocean City, Maryland. Book now at OCOcean.com. Book a vacation there, your family will give
Maybe you
you
worry
a
about this
curtain
guy
call.
getting a little
How
too
about Drew
slider
Stone in the
happy.
bottom
That's
of the
3
ninth
in a
inning?
row now,
So
so
kind of pitching
you're
right
giving that
there,
guy at the plate a
using
pretty
that
good look at.
changeup.
3-2 pitch.
Mid-Atlantic Sports
Swinging a
Report
ground
is
ball
back
towards the
Monday,
middle.
5 to 6:30.
And a
Round
close play in the
one,
bag,
Dave
but a good
Johnson,
stretch by the
Phil
first
Wood,
baseman got
Mel
the out, and
Anthony.
the inning is over.
They'll look back at the
One
weekend
left for
series with the
Detroit,
Braves, look ahead
and
to the
as you
series
can
with the
see,
Marlins,
they
and bring
are
you
way
player 7
behind.
and batting practice look-in.
Luis Levine. This season, 5 games, 1-1 record, 450 EOA,
Will stay in the ball
2
game now
innings
as he
pitched,
comes on to
3
play
hits,
second here.
2 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Number 30, George Hughes.
Joaquin Soria come on now in a mop-up.
Opponents are
role.
hitting
He'll just try and keep
375
this
against him.
deficit from growing
Points over
any
nothing.
larger.
Points average by 11 batters, 400. Points homer by 11 batters, nothing. Points homer average by 100 batters, 333. Points homer by 100 batters, nothing.
As he takes over at third base.
375 opponents are lefties hitting 400.
Gordon Beckham will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Basic Bryce Harper. Bryce is 1 for 7 career against him. You can call him whatever you want. They're not booing him. They're chanting Bruce. I don't think he booed him, buddy. He's 3 for 4.
Swing and a ball hit fairly well, heading high and deep toward right center. And that'll get down out there near the wall.
Beckham finally gets his second hit.
Play it off the wall. And he's kicked off the home 7th with a leadoff double.
Oh, perfect start to the inning here. Already set it up at the top of the lineup, leading off.
Okay,
You're thinking,
this and this is on the go,
maybe a
so
ground ball single. He gives him a lot more than that. Drills this ball for a leadoff double.
then 8 o'clock, game start.
That's nasty. And Bryce is down on 3.
Stepping in now, Reed Johnson, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1.
Some dirty, rotten stuff from Kimbrel and now Avalon. Put a 2-seam fastball in the inner half. These are strikeout guys doing their thing. Ian
He's 0 for 4.
From the belt, the pitch. Now a ball slammed hard the opposite way. And that's in there, base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
He's got to be out there on the mound thinking, what's going on here? He comes in with the bullpen, throws 2 pitches now, and he's giving up a double and a single. Makes you wonder whether he'll even get a chance to throw a third pitch.
Standing in now, John Baker. Yes, he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Step on the back for one. On first, and it's a double play. Although the run does come in to score from third.
Well, you know, it looked
But
like
no
they
RBI.
had a big inning brewing here with first and third to start things out. They do get a run home here, but I'm pretty sure that's not exactly what they had in mind.
Here he is again in the tie game. Ball 3. Well, do you want the speed out of Desmond, or do you want an instant run?
In is Torrey Hunter. Now a swing and a fly ball. And this will wind up a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on.
That's this guy swinging for you. He thinks it's a great count of the inning. It is.
1 strike now to Hunter. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now, 0-2.
He has attempted 1 steal this year after swiping 21.
The pitch. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2.
Gus Schlosser, Pedro Beato on the right side, and Ian Thomas
ready with another 0-2. Here's a ball hit foul down the third base line, so they'll try it again.
That's if Stammen's available. As the night goes on, the chances of that become better. Jose Lobaton has 1 right-handed at bat with the Nats, 0 for 1.
Another 0-2 home. And he reaches for one, but can't find it as he's down on strikes for the final out. A run on 2 hits here for Toronto. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Jays are out in front, 15-3.
That's going to be a challenge for you because they're the best arm out there. But they're playing
Willie
doubles defense right now.
Zarate is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Might be able to go in his face.
Zarate.
Blaine Boyer will come in now working with a huge lead, so he'll just look to get some work in here.
And then Jerry Blevins for the bottom of the 10th.
This looks like one of those games where we might have to channel our inner Darren Barron as the closer. Last year, that 15
He doesn't have lots of appearances.
Got the job done.
Two pitch, Lobaton breaks his back. It is behind the runner, so Desmond can advance. Productive out, 2 down.
I think he had to go home run in that game, correct?
Yes, he did.
I think he was pitching after Aaron if the game comes home,
Danny Espinosa is 1 for 3 career against
now a
Luis
swing and a
Avila.
bouncing ball toward the hole. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. A good afternoon of spring training baseball thus far as you get a look here at our line score through the first 7.
So they will walk Espinosa and go lefty-lefty against
Brandon Belt will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle inning. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point.
likes these situations, folks.
Last time a Nat got walked intentionally, it turned out pretty well after that.
And I say you take
Now
these
the first
personally,
pitch.
after who you are, or you wouldn't be in the big leagues.
Now the second pitch of the inning is sent on the ground out to second. Throw gets him, 2 down.
That's a disappointing final at bat there.
Tell you what, this team
Figure he
right now is
probably
a
won't get another shot at finishing off the cycle, but still a very good performance to say the least.
Todd Perez will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the bases empty.
It's a direct reflection of how Matt Williams played baseball. Scrappy, gutty.
Now a ground ball towards the hole.
This team's already taken on.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. Toronto leads this one 15-3.
Against Luis Avilan.
Willie Zarate will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Clutch 2-out single for a run last time up.
Kyle Lobstein will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
We showed that graph with lefties hitting 400.
Jonas Grumman is also into the ball game as he'll assume duties in left field. Prince Fielder will dig in. He homered back in inning number 3.
243. Kind of quiet. Hoping for fireworks after the bottom of the inning. Spain will lift that one in to even the count.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Now the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now.
I hope if there's a base hit, it's right at somebody or else he's home.
Now the pitch.
Span serves it out of play.
Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And he's retired here 1 away.
That's probably going to be his final at-bat, so you figure he won't get his 3rd home run in a game, but still, he's been a real handful here in this one.
Elliot Johnson will step in, a ground-out victim this last time.
Hit the Braves 14-7 in the 6-6 game.
First pitch coming. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. And this one is gone, a home run. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 2nd of the game as they just continue to pour it on here.
He's about 3/4 of the way through home in 3rd and 5 round.
Gomez makes it 4-1 walkies in the 3rd.
So whatever these guys are putting in their pregame meal, you can be darn sure they're getting the same setup tomorrow. That's 5 home runs as a team now. I mean, these guys are feeling it up there.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Well hit high in the air and deep to center field. And this will be taken in out there just a few steps in front of the track, and there are 2 away now.
Yeah, not his most fluid swing there. You could see he wasn't really able to generate a whole lot of torque there. This is an easy play out in center field.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. And he takes a big swing here to the left of the mound. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So 1 run here on 1 hit, which was the home run. No errors, and no one left on base. We've played 8 full. The Jays lead it 16-3. Michael Saunders will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long, long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now, but hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Here's the first offering. And a swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. 2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
And you know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Hank Conger will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. First pitch to him. Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. Now here's the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Toronto is losing this season.
Bases are empty, one man out. Here comes the 1-1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. The 1-2. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. Another 1-2 delivery. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2.
Chris Johnson for the Braves.
And he struck him out.
6-14-1 Washington. 6-7.
And the power walk, he's on the air. He can make a 5-1 walk in the third. So Jerry Vitamins this season, 5 games, won a record 4.15 ERA, 4-1 first pitch, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks.
2 runs on a couple of hits and 4 to third, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks.
Hornets are hitting 113 at 133 against him. Hornets over 1. Hornets average by 11 batters, 143. Hornets over by 11 batters, 0.
Been able to hold that lead, and these guys really haven't threatened him at all.
And there's a called
The
strike.
Hornets average by 11 batters, 135. Hornets over by 1 batters, 1.
No messing around here in this ninth inning.
Yeah, that's a quality mentality. They're not usually the best setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitch, usually a fastball.
And that's a fair ball as this will rattle up into the corner.
The 2-seam fastball, crossfire action.
And he'll make it in there with a 2-out double.
Start the curveball behind lefties, bring it back.
Fair or foul? I'll let you be the judge. I thought I saw some chalk kick up on that one, and yeah, you can see it right there. It pretty clearly kicks up a puff of white, so that's a good call by the first base umpire. That'll wind up turning into a double.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He'll take a changeup here for strike one.
20 bases Beecher up to win.
2 out here and a runner at second. Fox now the pitch.
And he's 0 for 4
And that's taken for strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Good fastball.
No taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Tyler Moore's in the ball.
Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to
As
their
Harper
feet.
goes to right, so
And
Jason
it's
Worth.
strike 3 called to end it here. And with
About
that,
7
this one is over.
Yeah, this is one that wasn't exactly keeping you on the edge of your seat. But if you're a fan of offense, then you had to enjoy it. And they get the victory here by a double-digit margin.
I saw him on his first swing, and I kind of pulled his wrist a little bit after the swing and miss on the first fastball we saw.
Yeah, this is not a strategic defensive move. That'll be a reason. This is a ball popped up into left center. Tyler Moore and Denard Span, and Tyler will make the call. The first down. Next up will be Freddie Freeman. This is the matchup.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory.
Freddie Freeman 1 for 2 career against him. Just make sure you keep your curveball away from this guy. He goes 87, gets about 10.
And the brightest star for the Blue Jays this afternoon was this fellow right here, Prince Fielder. Take a snapshot of that. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was definitely a big part of this victory. You see there, 4 RBIs for him in the ballgame. He came through when they needed him to. He was instrumental in the win.
Crossfire, fastball. Way out there, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Blue Blue Jays come out on top, 16-3.
There's the curveball. Had to
So long, everybody.
Freeman slowed down his back. Ian Desmond out there to pull in the second out.
Johnny and Ray celebrated 3 birthdays tonight in the studio, and they'll be up right after the game.
Probably on their second buffet. Saved twice. Here's Chris Johnson, who's 0 for 1 career against Clemens, retired in that 1 inning of work last Saturday. Good fastball to the outside corner. Important guy to get out here with a southerly hot power hitter on deck. And Blevins with a curveball hit to left. And that'll drop in front of Tyler Moore. Kind of a flat sounding piece of contact there. And that'll get up into the plate here in the 10th.
3rd hit of the night for Chris Johnson.
Yeah, he came in 8 for 35. So he's back on his game.
They're going to pitch run for Johnson at first base with Schaefer.
Yeah, Jordan Schaefer can fly. How tough is this matchup for Jerry Blevins? Justin Upton, small sample, 0 for 1 with a walk career against him.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today it's great.
So 13-7 Braves versus 17-6 Blue Jays.
With that, we welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Matt Vasgersian here for the spring training matchup. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Atlanta Braves. Skipper Freddie Gonzalez lines his guys up this way. Clayton Kershaw will get the call to face these guys. He's one of those pitchers you can't allow to fall into a comfort zone out there, because if he settles down and has success in the early going, it does wonders for his confidence.
Well, that's why the North Spanish playing so deep. Same with Bryce Harper and Tyler Moore. They're trying to cut down the angles to those gaps. That's what the Blue Devils defense is about. Nothing over your head and nothing in the gaps.
And Justin Guru makes it 7-1. Rockies in the 3rd.
And Schaefer was running. Huge cut by Upton straight back to the screen.
And Justin Upton is thinking, I am ready to eat the spread. And he's thinking, walk off home right there. Maybe got a little bit too big, so his swing down. It was just a hair late. Schaefer had a great jump at first, but in no way should Justin Upton...
Behind him defensively, the Blue...
6-6 ball game, bottom of the 10th. The winning run at first with 2 outs.
Emilio Bonifacio will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway.
Landers holding that. First extra game for the Braves this year. And that's, of course, where they're going to win one in New York.
Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike 1.
Instructions for the base runner from Freddie Gonzalez there.
Now Now here's the pitch. Now a swing, and he pops him up. Right up the chute. This may be tough behind the plate. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first down.
That'll be a frustrating at-bat for him. Now, he's got to be thinking he let one get away there because, you know, that's a pitch he should have been able to handle.
It looks like the Braves.
And now, this ball's going to wind up out of play. And a big mistake there. Ricky McLean.
Looks like the Braves is going to win soon because
first offering on the way. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. The rain, as we've mentioned, coming down fairly steadily here at game time. EK, how'd you like playing in the rain?
It wasn't that bad. The only problem, sometimes up at the plate, batting gloves would get wet while it was raining. It made it a little difficult to hit.
Zobrist is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out.
To Justin Upton. The one danger you can fall into, the trap you can fall into as an outfield.
Will have his first opportunity now as it comes with the bases empty here in the top of the first.
Say, okay, if you throw over again, you got me, and they'll just guess and go. And now, I'm saying if I'm on first, there's no way he's coming over 4 times, and I'm going right here.
And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow by guys when you need to.
Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short.
Upton taking forever getting back in.
Braves are set down 1-2-3. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score.
He's going. And a flare out to right. That ball's going to drop. Here comes Harper. He boots it, and the game is over.
Blue Jays here looks like this. Julio Teheran is on the mound here to face these guys. He's got the usual assortment.
the next win.
Keep an eye on him in the early going here. If these guys can get to him early, he does have a tendency to start overthrowing. And from there, that's where the problems usually arise.
If you throw over 4 times, you got him, but nobody ever throws over 4 times. So Schaefer gets a good jump. Bryce Harper was playing no doubles, so he had a long way to come.
Now a quick look at how the Braves will align themselves behind him.
Fooled Bryce a little bit, but Schaefer got a good jump. So now when you see this ball's going to drop, you have to get it in. And as soon as Bryce Harper bobbles it right here, it's pretty much over. I don't even know if he reached for it and just winged it home. If he had a chance. Schaefer was flying around third base.
Albert Pujols will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the
So
first.
many great things happening. It ends on a horrible note for the Nationals.
They out-hit the Braves 14-9 tonight and lose it in 10
A little
innings.
hardy there, no balls and a strike.
And the weekend's
Living a
off to
little
big start for the
dangerously
home
here.
team.
Yeah, you don't have to go looking for trouble.
So the
Trouble will find you if you're putting
speed
pitches there.
and a blue hit at the end
One
decides
strike to
a ball
Pujols.
game that had just about everything else.
Ball's a heavyweight fight.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and may not get another
Lots
pitch
going
that
on.
catches that
Double
much of the plate.
plays, caught stealings, home runs early. Zimmerman a dramatic blast.
Now here's the ball hit hard on
Up
the
the
ground
Nats.
short.
Just couldn't keep that lead in the 8th inning. They brought Kimbrel in. And the Nats couldn't do anything against the bullpen the rest of the way. 6:30 tomorrow night. Johnny and
That
Ray.
curveball
And
is going to be an important
This has
pitch
been a
for him
massive
to look at
presentation.
going forward.
Johnny and Ray are
This
coming up
one's
next
not
from
terrible, but
Atlanta.
it is over the plate. It gets turned
So
into
long
a
for
leadoff single.
just a while.
Into the box, David Alvarez. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Nobody
And
out
now
on
the
the
Astros and Wingers.
He's set, now the pitch. Now the 0-1 is swung on and lifted out to straightaway center field. Under it is Jennings as he makes the catch for the first out.
Major success against the Houston Astros last year was astonishing. A 17-2 season domination.
I say, I want to see the
Jason Nix will get his first opportunity now. Runner still at first with one away. Now the first pitch. He swings at the fastball here and lifts it into the air to shallow center. Bonifacio takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
Boy, he had to go a long way into the outfield to make this play. I kept thinking he was
It's 4-6 St. Louis versus 5-4 Rangers.
Begin a three-game series with the Texas Rangers. Good evening, everybody. A warm and windy night here.
Ellen Husby.
The Rangers have won 11 straight from the Astros. They've won 14 straight series.
In is Torrey Hunter.
17-2 against
He's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground for the hole. Backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
That's got to be encouraging for these guys so far. They're facing one of the tougher guys
News
around.
versus Blue Jays 12, 4 for 12, 5 RBIs by 1 RBIs. That's for the 69.
We'll step in now.
How about this bomb by Jonathan Villar as he goes right-handed against the right-handed knuckleball pitcher and hits a bomb to center field. And then Mark Cross got in the act with a double last night. His first two batters
First
on the
pitch on
season.
its way to
Some of the
Brent.
guys
Now
that,
a hard liner towards short. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. An inning in the books. No score here on the show.
For talk about Yu Darvish, who was magnificent against the Astros last year.
Evan Gattis leads things off now in the top half of the second. First pitch coming. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Now the pitch. Right back with another fastball. It's 0-2 now.
That's one of those fastballs that just never feels like it's going to be a strike.
The Jays and their fans saw the Toronto Blue Jays
tough one to
win
do
the
anything with.
series in
Here's Kershaw's 0-2 offering. Here's a ball hit foul down the third base
2014
line,
and
so they'll try it again.
2015. And now in 2016.
Here's Kershaw with another 0-2. And he couldn't get
The
it to
Jays are
chase the
trying
0-2
to
fastball.
sweep
It's
it.
1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch from Kershaw. Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. And it's a fly out to start the second, one away. Victor Martinez will be the batter. Now the first pitch. Now this is swung on, and here's another fly ball out to right field. And this will be taken in out there just a few steps in front of the track, and there are two away now. Justin Upton will stand in here, looking to keep the inning alive with two gone now in the top of the second. Now here's the first pitch.
I'm trying to.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Braves. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score. Josh Hamilton will start things off in the bottom of the second.
Leading off for Toronto, second baseman, Josh Hamilton.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. Upton is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the first out.
Well, this ball seemed like it stayed in the air a long time, but he had a long way to go to get to it. And look at this catch he makes when he finally gets there. One-handed grab with his back to the infield. That was really well done.
Here's Ben Zobrist now.
Times he faced the Astros last year.
As he goes after the first pitch and lines one out through right center. And that's into the gap. It should be extra bases.
Got one fastball.
He'll pull in there with a one-out double.
Here's another look at this swing in show motion.
One
Check out the
fastball,
hand getting into
slider,
good
curveball, but
position.
he changes
It
speeds on
starts to
everything. I
rotate
talked
and
to
whack.
John Malley about the approach on how to face you Darvish. And normally
And David Span makes it, cuts the walk lead to 7-2 in the fourth.
Stepping in now, Gordon Beckham. Now a ball line towards the gap in left center. And they're going to strike first this afternoon as this is down for extra bases. And the run across the score, and the Jays will take an early 1-0 lead.
Well, I gotta tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count, it really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up cracking. And he
Yu Darvish, one start, 0-1 record, ERA of nothing. 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Opponent sustaining 250 against him.
Into the box now, Jose Lobaton. And he couldn't get on top of it as this has popped
Left-handers
up
is
behind shortstop.
308. Right-handers is 200 and no homers allowed.
Take it in for round number 2.
Oh, man, would he like to have that swing back. I mean, he just missed hammering this ball, but just got underneath it a little bit. He's not going to be happy about that one because even he thought he was right on.
Albert Pujols will stand in. He singled to lead off the home first.
Any point during the course of the year to go out and
Pause, now the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here, 0-1.
Changing sequences of pitches and utilizing the corners and knees all night long. The Astros lineup is presented by Jack in the Box. Dexter Fowler is the leadoff man. He's in center field. He's hitting
and this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now.
Batting wing is clear. 3 homers versus Darvish.
Belt kicks and deals. And a swing and a miss as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one. And a run for the Jays thanks to the RBI double. We've played 2. It's now 1-0 Toronto. Desmond Jennings will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
7 shutout innings, throwing 89 pitches. And you know what he did last year in Game 2 of the season. He was perfect for 8 2/3 against the Astros. Fowler at 381 has a homer, is driven in 2.
First pitch coming.
And he looks at that one for ball 1. Some people have suggested
and this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
That can be a confusing thing even for him. It's got varying angles on each one of the pitches. What I've seen certainly last year, a drop in velocity. From
now here it comes.
When he first came over and joined the Rangers, even early
here's one that's high. It's 1-1.
That's a pitch right there that you have to stay on top of, or else it's just going to get away from you.
Fowler's 2 for 9 in the Blue Jays series.
Kershaw now on 1-1. Here's a ball hit pretty well and carrying to deep right. 1 away here to begin the third.
I thought for a second that this might make a dent both the hit and the run column, but it didn't quite get all of it. It was probably the best swing, though, they've had so far.
1 away for the resurgent third baseman, Chris Johnson.
Off the play for a ball, and it's 2-2. As for the Rangers, they had a 2-4 road trip to open the season.
Now here's the first pitch. Swing, hard hit ball to second. On the first as the throw takes care of him, and it's a quick 2-up, 2-down start to the third.
Breaking ball tapped to first base.
Andrelton Simmons will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Well, looks like a 3-1 play, and this first foul ball off his left. Dexter clearly felt this ball was off the foot. Now, sometimes
first pitch to him.
Performance that goes on. Let's determine.
And they start him out away with a called strike.
Wow, he is spotting that fastball on a dime here early on.
There you go. There's the foot. Yeah. Right off the tip of the toe.
Now here's the pitch. And that's lifted in the air out toward left. Alvarez is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Braves are set down 1-2-3. They still trail 1-0.
That's right off the Dodgers. Okay, I'm going to ask the question. Is that
David Alvarez makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3.
If our pitch is reviewable.
And here's the first pitch.
Yeah, fair or foul inside the bases.
And here's a ball hit in the air. And that'll drop into no man's land out there for a base hit.
For all the line drives you get caught out there, you'll take one of these once in a while. I don't know what you call this thing, a little fly ball or a little flare, but you see everybody converging on it and nobody getting there.
Dodgers delivers and it's foul to strike. In April, for Darvish in his career, and he's gone Rangers and 2012. He's 10-1 with a 2.06 ERA. Presley takes it, and it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count. For Darvish, that 4-1 record against Houston with a 2.72 ERA includes just so many overpowering innings, and he's totaled 63 strikeouts in 43 innings. He's had a 14 strikeout game and a 15 strikeout game against Houston.
The Astros have shown a propensity of chasing pitches out of the zone in the last couple of years facing you, Darvish.
This roller goes out to Wilson at second.
And the reason I say that is he's got such good stuff.
And D.D. Matthew makes it 8-2. Rockies in the 4th.
Both are not chasing some of these pitches in the lower part of the zone with that nasty slider he's got that dives out of the zone. He wants you to chase. He wants you to strike out. So if they can get him, so they can lay off those borderline pitches and get back in the strike zone, they might have to fight his chance.
Jason Castro at 179 has a 275 career average against the Rangers with 400. 9 runs batted in and 20 good. Jason puts one in the air for the center fielder. Martin is back. To make it a 1-2-3 first, but no strikeouts for Gardner. Scott Gardner heads for the man and miss.
In now, Jason Nix. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1.
Yeah, kind of a late decision to swing there. Even if he hits that thing, that might just be a routine fly to right.
He's ready. Now the pitch. Fastball right back to the mound. Bonifacio on to Freeman, and they get the double play.
The designated hitter, Torii Hunter.
Torii Hunter will come on now, and no sooner did it look like they may have something started than the double play took it all away.
And that's especially tough when you figure the part of the lineup they're in. These are the guys you want to have hitting with runners on base.
If they run here, they will make it 2 and 4 against American National League teams.
Here's the first pitch to him. Now a ball slapped
If
hard
they
the
lose,
opposite way.
they'll make it
McLean
1-5.
is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is quickly retired. 4 pitches, all it takes to retire the Jays, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Emilio Bonifacio will stand in to begin their half of the 4th, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
Yeah, still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
His Rangers
Bliss Fielder, season no homers in 37 at bats.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. Now we'll try to beat one out here, but this will be just foul. Pitch on the way.
Catcher J.P. Arencibia.
Don't know what he's waiting for there. It's 0-2.
Well, as we've seen so far, this isn't a team that's going to wait around too long to steal a pitcher out. They're an aggressive team all the way from top to bottom. And if that first pitch is anywhere close, most of these guys are going to take a hack at it.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
Innings leader, ground ball pitcher, top on lefties, include curveball, baseball, pitches. Combs, Brett Penny, Carl Pavano, Carlos.
5 miles an hour.
Likes to eat up innings. He's a big tall kid. Creates a lot of leverage with that high release point. Has a great cutter, good sink to his fastball.
Brett Penny is now retired.
Dig in here. He flew out his first time around. First pitch on the way.
Great start this season for the Houston Astros.
92 splits the plate, and it's strike one.
It's so important with guys like this to
Coolier at Blue Life Park in Arlington, feeling 51 game starts.
Now is swinging a high fly
16
ball.
wins, 19 losses.
To deep right field. He'll take this in
Fourth,
without much trouble.
40 away.
Gone here to start the fourth.
Not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Freddie Freeman will come in now with 2 away, and I've got to say, it may be about time to start taking a pitch or two.
Man, I mean, he is just running right through these guys. They've been getting themselves out left and right. He's hardly even broken a sweat out there.
The Rangers fighting on that one, and he has rewarded them with a .355 early season batting average.
Here's the first offering.
Great on base average, too.
Here's a swing and a little tapper in front of the mound. Throw to first will get it easily inside his retired. Can't start any better than this. He's set down the first 12. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Braves nothing.
Use all the pitches anytime.
Prince Fielder will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth.
I was so impressed with that first outing of the season. He got the 6-run lead early in the ball game and just kept pitching the same. He went on to beat the New York Yankees. Last time out, he beat the Angels. Edmund gets a strike there, and it's 2-2. That's what he did there, Harris, with that curveball. That was the curveball. Last time out, he had that curve down low in the zone, and it really worked well for him. But tonight it might be another pitch. Works the curveball. He's got kind of a larger slider-type pitch, a little tight one-a-cutter. Grounded, first base line. Knocked down, and Mark Krause gets it over to Feldman. 1 out. See what Mark Krause has to deal with here. Like a rather routine bounce right there, but fortunately Feldman covering on the play.
You know, it's tough at first base. I know there hasn't been many base runners over there, but sometimes that base path and where guys are leading off and coming back to the base all the time kind of creates some choppy hops coming off there.
Good point. Now Elvis Andrus, he's played every inning so far at shortstop in the young season. 306, 1 homer, 3 runs batted in. Doing what he normally does. Steady defensive play, good offensive player. There is strike 1 for Scott Feldman. There's 1-1 in his career against the Rangers with an ERA of 5.11. He spent his first 8 seasons with Texas, being the 30th round pick in the league. And he joins Nolan Ryan, who we understand is here tonight, as the only people to be opening day starters for both of these franchises in their career. Alex Rios is on deck. It's fouled away right field side for a 1-ball, 2-strike count. The Astros got an excellent start last night for Dallas Keuchel. He was the winner, and
Feldman made 101 career starts for Texas.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the... and he shoots it into center field for a leadoff single.
1 of 13 pitches to make us start for both teams.
Maybe these guys are going to start getting a little more aggressive here early in the count. This is the first pitch of the inning, and he's on base here to kick things off.
Josh Hamilton will try it again. He flew out his first time.
Very breezy night. And the flags can be tricky here. They can be misleading, but above the right field scoreboard.
First offering on the way. In there at the letters 0-1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just find yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Positioned perfectly.
One strike offering now to Hamilton. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
Yeah, you got to be careful there after that leadoff single. You don't want to hit a guy here and really let him get something started.
Right here, Flash showing a little bit of a lead race.
Here's the 1-1. And this is on the ground toward the hole. Throw by Bonifacio in time for the first out.
Well, I think he may have taken the tougher of two approaches right there. I think he did have time to square his shoulders and try to flip it to first that way. Instead, he chooses the much tougher spin throw, but he still manages to put that throw right on the money.
He's running around on second stolen bases. And he is presenting the whole package to Ranger fans. That's ball one. You see what's going on at the top of the ballpark. That doesn't mean on-field level necessarily. Can you remember, Tom Blummer, when maybe you saw that type of a wind pattern, but that was not the case? You were in the batter's box. It was actually in your favor.
Well, this is the one place where you see the flags blowing the way they are, and you were actually encouraged by the situation, because once it, bounces off the stands back down onto the field, the only way it can get out is by going back out towards that right center field corner. So it was a good thing. If you could elevate the ball in that area, you knew it had an extra push behind it.
There's a big curve, and it's 2-2. A little bit like Candlestick used to be. That wind would, you couldn't predict. There were drops, alleys where it was blowing out, and right next to it was blowing in. There was no sure thing there, except for Willie Mays. I'm really intrigued by guys like Feldman, though, Nash, because of this overall approach, exactly what you said. He wants to use all his weapons. So I'm wondering if maybe you test everything out in the first inning, and then you base your game plan on what you're seeing there. Does that help as a hitter? Yeah. I was trying to imagine what a scouting report might say, aside from be ready for anything. Jonathan VR is ready for a difficult play to his right. And that's a 1-2-3 first for both.
And El Calibur makes it 1-0 Braves in the center.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Driven the other way out to deep left field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So it's a two-run home run off the bat of Ben Zobrist. And the Jays have moved out in front 3-0.
This is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
And he got his tough one right out of the screen.
Standing in now, Gordon Beckham. Swing and a liner towards second. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had to get up for that one. Sometimes the leap is a little bit more showy, but not here. He was up there a good 2 or 3 feet to pull it in.
Into the box, Jose Lobaton. As he will swing at the first pitch and send a ground ball out to short. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Jays strike for a couple as you get another look at the two-run dinger. We played 4. It's now 3-0 in favor of the Jays.
We'll find out more about Bacon
Evan Gattis will make his way towards the box to lead off the fifth.
Sampling the available treats here at Globe Life Park in Arlington. Astros fans here staying connected and watching inning number 2.
First pitch coming.
Jose Altuve had a nice series north of the building.
Hammered the other way to deep right field.
He's hitting all 3 games of that series.
And a great start to the fifth. That ball is gone. A home run.
And the breaking ball doesn't come around for Darvish. He falls behind 1-0 to Altuve.
It's a solo home run for Evan Gattis. And the Bravos are on the board. It's now a 3-1 ball game.
8-goal hitter of all time. Fastball's popped up on the right side. Fielder moving in for it. 1-0 for Darvish.
Well, Brownie talking about the scouting report. Maybe
you want to talk about instant offense? How about the first pitch of the inning? He's just hoping to get ahead here with a first pitch strike, but now all of a sudden, he's got a guy circling the bases.
Very interesting player, 27 years old, coming from Japan.
And Gattis gets his 7th or 9th home of the year.
Martinez. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
All of the major leagues, I think, could go strictly from the set position. I wonder if that had something to do with the velocity and increasing his control.
The 1-1 to
They
Martinez.
saw that. Even get
And a bouncing ball, foul.
the player.
The 1-2. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats, foul. Here's another 1-2. And this is swung on and bounced on the ground to third. On the first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Well, with 2 strikes, you've got to protect up there, even on a curveball that's a borderline strike. But he could only manage to get this one off the end of his bat, and it winds up being a simple little ground out.
Here's Justin Upton now.
I think that's a good idea by the Astros.
He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit to that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
So the Astros are laying off that, getting ahead of
Now a ball line toward the alley in left center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Yeah, you really can't take anything for granted out there when you're playing in the rain. You got to worry about your footing. You got to worry about raindrops getting in your eyes. You got to make sure you're in the right position. But in the end, he is right there to make the play.
Desmond Jennings will dig in here. He flew out his first time around. Now the first pitch. Swing and a ground ball towards the hole. Throw in time, and the side is retired. But the Braves are able to get one back on the solo homer. On to the bottom of the fifth. It's Blue Jays 3 and the Braves 1.
So 3 hits in the last 2 games, a 143 average for them.
Albert Pujols will stand in now. He singled and struck out in 2 trips.
Really pinpoint on the first pitch of the strike zone so far. Unpredictable there. Fastball's been about 92, 93. That last one at 93. So he's not elite with the velocity. He's in a good zone. It's 1-1. Tucson Pacific.
Highest strike percentage. 2013 season, minimum 500 at bat.
Here's the first offering. Swing and a ball line hard towards short.
Yu Darvish,
Makes a great
32.9%. Max Scherzer, 28.7%. Matt Harvey, 27.7%. Joe Fernandez, 27.5%. And Evan Sanchez, 27.1%.
Big MVP. And 2.9.
Stepping in now, David Alvarez. Hit hard back up the middle. Base hit.
In for a strike, and looks like 1-2 to Matt Cross, but Matt Dominguez on deck.
A couple of hard hit balls here to start the inning. The first one found a glove, but not this one though. He's on with a 1-out single.
Last year, that was
Jason Nix will dig in. He's flown out and hit into a double play in 2 trips. And with Prince Fielder lurking, we'll see a left-hander get up in the bullpen. Now the first pitch. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal it all.
He's ready now. The pitch. Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit.
Boy, we always talk about pitch speeds from pitchers. How hard are they throwing the ball? How hard was that ball hit back up the middle? Way harder than it was thrown, I can guarantee you that.
In is Torrey Hunter as he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. And he is going to reach. It's a base hit. In with it now is Upton, and they'll have to hold the runner at third base.
This is a nice play out there at left center. I figured once this ball got down, they try and wave that runner around third, but gets it in quickly out there. They force that third base coach to throw up the stop sign.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Here's Prince Fielder. As he'll swing and send a line drive out to right field. And that's in there. Base hit. And tack on one more. Make it a 4-1 lead.
Well, I don't know how you start anything much better than this. That's 4 straight hits now. This one brings home a run, and they're all set up to bring home a crooked number if they can keep this going.
Gus Schlosser will come on now, really needing that double play ball as the bases are loaded here with only 1 man out. Josh Hamilton will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only 1 out now.
Don't know how he's doing it, but he is respecting what he is doing here tonight.
Now a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that'll get through into center field for a base hit. 1 run scored, and the catcher has the plate blocked, and he's out at the plate, so only 1 run scores on the play.
Well, the runner from third winds up just walking home on the base hit here, but they try to wave the second runner in, and a good throw is going to wind up nailing him at home plate.
Fielder starting at 162.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen.
Good trade by his friend Detroit for Ian Kinsler.
Here's Ben Zobrist now.
He is 1 for 6
As he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. And that'll put him up to 6. It's now a 6-1 ball game.
Well, he's homered, he's doubled, and now he adds a single to that total. He's left himself the toughest leg of the cycle remaining, but he'll at least have a chance to pick up that 4th and final leg next time through the order.
Gordon Beckham will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop in a big way.
Kuzma puts only 1 back. Once down, the Astros pitching coach. We'd like to see a double play right away. Kuzma is filling in at third base for
First
the
pitch
injured
coming.
Adrian Beltre.
Oh, he goes the other way, and he drives it out to deep right center field. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And the runner is in from second. The plate goes right by him. And he will score as well. And they're really putting some distance between them now as that lead gets even bigger.
Oh, and a big swing of the bat right there. You would have loved a 3-run homer, and he didn't miss that one by a whole lot. This is going to be off the wall out there. But as far as the consolation prize goes, I think he's going to be more than happy to check into second base with a 2-run double.
Jose Lobaton is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Moving so slowly. Fielder is flipped out from 6 to 4. Just a reminder,
from the belt. Hard hit back up the middle, and that is through into center field. The base hit. The throw home. Throws there, and he is out on a beautiful throw as he just came up firing that time. So this once slim lead is slim no longer as 5 runs come across to score to help build a substantial advantage. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Jays are out in front, 8-1. Chris Johnson will come in now to start things out here in their half of the 6th as they look for a reversal of fortunes here. The first 5 innings have not been particularly kind to them.
Yeah, and I think that's putting it mildly. Just 1 hit in these first 5 innings. They're going to need to do a better job of finding good pitches to hit. But that fellow on the mound has not made it easy on him, and that's for sure.
Now here's the first pitch. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance, you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Like a 3-fingered fastball almost. It's like a BP fastball. Just to take a little bit of speed off and get them off the
Kershaw's 0-2 offering.
Yeah, you're right. They could be
hit hard on the ground to short.
Taking a little off and giving more.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
For whatever reason, a pitch that was just
Andrelton Simmons will try it again. He flew out his first time.
Come on, Blue Jays, let's go.
You get that hitter out in front.
First pitch to him.
In
there, 0-1.
The Jays is winning.
Pitch like this. I mean, look at that pitch count right there. That is really low for this stage of the game, and it's because he's throwing strikes and challenging guys.
Waldman was 17-8 for the Rangers in 09.
Now a swing, and he popped him up. And no ordinary pop-up at that. This is way up there. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the 2nd out.
Boy, that's just another off-balance swing right there. Not only are these guys light on hits, he's
Cameron Jordan his best season in 09
will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far. First pitch of the AB is swung on and lifted in the air to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that
in
is the
34
inning.
Games and 31
Down in
starts.
order go the Braves. It's still an 8-1 ball game.
They're missing 3 potential starting pitchers right now.
Albert Pujols will be the batter as we get things going in the bottom of the 6th. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. And here's a ball hit in the air.
Stretch things for Ron Washington.
Johnson is there, and a big sigh of relief out on the mound as Pujols is retired on just 1 pitch.
Goes out into right center. He's headed for third base. Getting the stop sign there as the ball comes in. A double for Moreland.
David Alvarez will get another shot now. 2 for 3 in the game.
That's the old don't get doubled up on a line drive that an infielder might be able to handle, so you freeze.
Now here's the first pitch.
Nice hitting.
Here's a hard hit ball back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Like each other, so let's see more.
Oh yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his 3rd hit in 4 trips. All of them singles. He's been a tough out all game long.
Shifts if the Astros play is a good base runner. I learned this from Jeff Bagwell. He was always
another crack. 1 for 3 thus far.
In order to increase his chances of getting a better jump off the bag on a hit ball like that. And he backtracked and then lost his balance. There was really nobody in the vicinity to even try and make that play.
Here's the first pitch to it. Oh, and he gets a fastball into the zone, and he hammers it out to deep left field. And this baby is gone. A home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as they push this lead up to 9 now.
He's the first round pick of the Jays in 07. That was free agent in December for the Rangers. And that curveball is working again for Feldman today.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Very uncomfortable for a big league hitting back there.
Next is his 10th home of the year.
In is Torrey Hunter. Swing and a liner, but that's a foul ball.
And there's Ben.
Bases are empty, one man out. One lead right now to Hunter. It's softly to the right side. On to Freeman at first, and there are two away now.
I've never quite understood why hitters don't view that as a throwing pitch to jump on, but I guess you get accustomed to it as Franklin gets called and you simply lay out. Martin is an excellent batter.
Prince Fielder will step in. An RBI singled his last time around.
241 with 4 runs batted. You know, one of the standards from hitting coaches through the years. Now, imagine you heard the same thing.
First pitch on its way to Prince. Now here's the ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here.
Roll out to second. There's Altuve over the cross.
A solo home run for Prince Fielder as they just continue to pour it on here.
Let's take a look at where this pitch ends up. You can see there, you know, even though this pitch isn't technically in the strike zone, it's still pretty much in his wheelhouse, and he just yanks this thing right out of here.
Here's Josh Hamilton.
Second baseman.
Well done as he takes this the other way and laces it into left field, a base hit. The throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We're through 6 full. It's the Blue Jays 11 and the Braves 1. Welcome back to Baseball on the Show. This one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. Dave Sauer is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Dave Sauer.
And this is lined into left field, and a welcome to the ball game there as he's got himself a pinch hit single.
Globe Life Park in the Astros 14-game flex plan is still available. The flex plan puts you in charge. Looking for certain days of the week, all the giveaways, your favorite rivalries, or maybe a little of each. You can choose to purchase your 14-game ticket plan. Call 1-877-9-ASTROS.
Herb Haller will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Lauren and Ruth Ryan. That's his own seat, isn't it? For the Rangers, Ash? It is. And Nolan, no surprise, got all the applause here. And they
1 run, 2 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. Now here's a ball hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through for a base hit. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out.
I don't know if maybe he's got one eye on the runner there, but he allows this ball to get right through him and into right field. So that's going to put runners at the corners now following the error.
Mariano Pinheiro get an opportunity off the bench here as he'll bat with runners at the corners now and still nobody out.
He's just trying to hold his pitching staff together with all the injuries around him.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Now, if you're Atlanta, you've got to come up with a key hit here. That's been missing.
Yogi used to tell us, well, here's how I did it. And
the next pitch.
Up and bend over a little bit.
Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but a foul ball, 1-1.
I don't know if we do that anymore. Breaking pitch hit to center field. Martin moves over to right center.
Kershaw now on 1-1. And look out, he has to back away there and then give a little glare out to the mound. It's ball 2.
Yeah, not trying to hit him, I don't think, but sometimes you need to keep guys honest up there. I think that's all he was trying to do there.
And a swing and a miss. Does that look like self-defense there? It's 2-2.
That guy in his kitchen, big time right there.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. And he reaches for one out of his zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
That slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Michael Taylor will look to provide a little punch off the bench as he'll hit with runners at the corners and one out in the inning. Big break to the curveball, but it misses down and in for ball 1.
Yeah, even though you've got a big lead, you don't want to give him a cheap. That's a nice block right there.
The 1-0 pitch. Swing, and he takes this the other way to right. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third.
That makes it 2. Rangers bullpen has really struggled out of the gate. So the Astros' mission, one would think, would be to
well, this might be a throw that he's going to make on a nice sunny afternoon. But here in the wet conditions, I don't think he ever really got a good grip on this ball. And that's going to cost him a run.
2-2. See Robbie shaking his head there. I don't know if that's a good idea. Pretty close pitch, and one that every pitcher and catcher wants.
And there's a fellow who had some late game heroics as a pinch hitter in 07. Scott Hairston grabs a shillelagh and he moves on deck.
Looking down at his thumb, it appears.
Now a ball hit high and deep, heading toward the corner and left. But this will land foul just shy of the wall. He waits, now the pitch. Now a high bouncer toward the hole, and he'll just slap the tag on the runner between second and third to end the inning. Braves get a couple of hits here and plate 1. 7th inning stretch time here in the Sunshine State. Toronto leads this one 11-2. Dave Sauer will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Number 33.
Herb Haller will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Scott Hairston will stay in the ball game now and take over in left field. Shea Simmons will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
He's going to switch up, there's no question, but right-handed, he's got some pop.
Christian Bethencourt is also into the ball game as he'll likely go the rest of the way behind the plate. Ben Zobrist will stand in again as we flash you back here to the 4th inning. This was a 2-run home run. Definitely one of the big blows of the ball game to this point.
The RI last year was 0 for 19 for its Ranger pitcher. By the way, when you see a catcher jump that ball off the corner,
and the first pitch of the inning is lined into left field, and there's a first base runner.
Still without.
Man, these guys have been aggressive here early in the count. Some people think, oh, you might want to take a pitch to start in that bat. Sometimes that's great, and it works out for a lot of people. But what you should be thinking is, I got to swing at strikes, and I got to get my pitch. And if it happens to come on the first pitch, let it rip.
Yeah, we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. In now, Gordon Beckham. Now here's the ball hit sharply toward the right side. In there, the base hit.
Well, for a relief pitcher, he hasn't given him a whole lot of relief. That's back-to-back singles now since he showed up.
And so it makes it 9 if Milwaukee's in the 6th.
Standing in now, Jose Lobaton as he swings and hits a line drive out to left. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases. And the runner will score from second.
Well, if you want to point fingers at who's to blame for this disaster, you're going to need both hands. The pitching, the batting, the defense, the execution. Just draw a line through this one. This one's been an
It looks like Cardinals will. It looks like the Jays will make it 4-2 against
Albert Pujols
the National League teams
1 for
this
4
season.
in the ball game.
Only this spring so far.
First pitch on the way. And this is hit well towards the hole. And there's a base hit as that gets through into left. And the second runner will stop at third, and they're at the corners now with nobody out.
And these guys just don't seem to want to let up out there. And who can blame them? That's now 13 runs they've put up here so far. And that's going to make for some pretty happy folks in that clubhouse when this one's all over.
David Alvarez. We'll see if he can keep it going. 3 for 4 thus far. And here's the first pitch. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one.
Dr. Edelman, 2014 pitch users.
Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch.
36%.
Late swing on the slider.
45% color, 31% curveball, 26% fastball, 6% changeup, and 2% splitter. Average velocity. Cutter.
Now the pitch. And this is hit hard on the ground towards short. And he whips on it as this goes right under his glove.
86.7. Bonus average is 250. Curveball. Average velocity is 74.2. Opponent's average is 222. Fastball 87.9. This is average velocity, and opponent's average is 0 for 14. Changeup is 84.9. Average velocity. One average is 0 for 2. Splitter is 85.4 is average velocity, and no at-bats for the point average.
Early season pitch usage here, and through 2 starts, you see he throws that cut fastball, throwing the cutter about 35% of the time, but using the fastball about 60% of the time.
Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground to short. Bonifacio on to first, and they get the double play.
As an infielder, if you make an error, you want a chance to make up for that right away. And he gets his chance right here. He gloves this one and then shuffles off a nice little feed to second base to start the double play to erase his mistake totally.
Well, I don't care what you're talking.
In is Torrey Hunter as he lines this one out to center, and that gets down in front of Jennings, a base hit.
And the beat goes on. Another great at-bat, and what else is new? They've now thrown 15 runs up on the scoreboard. Now that is a good day's work.
Prince Fielder will try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. First pitch coming. And this is going to be a foul ball. Comes set. Now the pitch. One good fastball deserves another as he jumps ahead 0-2 now.
And on 0-2, I'd be shocked to see another fastball in the strike zone.
Hi, welcome to my stream. Is that you, Timmer?
Let's go, Fielder!
He He's set. Now the pitch. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the third strike, and the inning is over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Blue Jays on top, 15-2. Desmond Jennings will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. Now the first pitch. On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Well, the guy
and Matt Luda pitched a 2-hit shutout as the Blaze win 4-0.
2 innings.
Well, I think the pitch count is in his favor. Everybody pays a lot of attention to that. So barring a huge spike right here in the 8th, I don't see any reason why he can't get these final 6 outs.
And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Sticking with the soft stuff here as this misses. It's 2-1.
And at least he's taking
the Blaze won 2 straight.
You know, that's more than the rest of these guys.
And that's lost 2 straight.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. In there, 2-2.
And if he's getting tired, it's not showing in his slider. That pitch is still as tight as it was in the 2nd inning.
Now Kershaw delivers a 2-2. And he swings and hits this ball high in the air and deep to left center field. And the 8th will start with a bang as this should be extra bases. Around second, he'll try for third, and he will make it up to third base as that is a gift there off of what was a terrible throw. Chris Johnson will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. The 1-0. Now this is swung on and grounded into right field. A base hit.
You talk about it, hitting it where it's pitched. This pitch is away, so he just punches it to right field. Nice, controlled swing, and that'll score that runner from third easily. That's a great at-bat.
Andrelton Simmons will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
I guess it wasn't Timmer.
High set by Kershaw, now the pitch. And he takes ball 1.
Yeah, he's still sticking with that fastball.
We not say that.
We
We
get the
just
sense that it's flattening out just a little bit. That could be a warning sign.
Here's the 1-0. Now a swing and a ground ball.
we not say it's not Timmer because, well, maybe it is because. Welcome back to my stream. I hope that's you, Timmer.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Slider clocked in the mid-80s there. It's a ball and 2 strikes. From the stretch. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2.
Got to be careful here with a run in already. You don't want to let one get away from you and lose the possibility of a double play.
Here comes a 2-2. And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far as it can go now. It's 3-2. Full count offering on its way. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. And Hamilton will look this one in for the first out.
I think another look here will show that this should have been ball 4. And those are the little things that start to pile up if you're not careful. You've got to have a better understanding of the strike zone there.
Here's Emilio Bonifacio now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Here's a 1-0. That's wide, 2-0. 3 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error on the Atlanta line score. This ball's grounded foul.
Bailey. The Blaze
Here he
fans.
comes on 2-1. Now a swing and a fly ball. And foul. Here now the 2-2. Now he takes something off there as this is skied out to deep center field. Prince able to make the catch here, and there are 2 away now.
That ball was hit well, and it might have been a different story if he pulled it. Instead, he hit it to the big part of the ballpark, and he's retired.
Matt Caesar will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0. Two out with the man at first. The 1-0. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. Pause, now the pitch. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. Now the 1-2 pitch from Kershaw. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Again, a 1-2. And he struck him out. Braves get a couple of hits here in plate 1. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Jays are out in front, 15-3. Matt Caesar will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Number 45.
Jesus Bundy will come on now in a mop-up role as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger.
Jesus Bundy.
Josh Hamilton will try again. 2 for 4 in the ballgame.
Second baseman. Josh.
And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike 1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Right, especially starting off an at-bat.
And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground at the left side. To his left, it's knocked down at third.
Well, that shift can be a gamble sometimes. They're playing straight up. This is probably an out, but since they're shifted well over the right field, this finds a seam.
Ben Zobrist will step in looking to remain perfect. He's already 4 for 4.
And that means that was 64.
Here's the first offering. Swing hard liner to
And
left
he's
center.
5 for 5.
And that'll be a base hit for Zobrist. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here. Those don't come along every day. Gordon Beckham will step in. Singleton came around to score his last time. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. First pitch coming. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this is foul for the first strike. First and second here with nobody out. He's ready. Now the pitch. Now a ball hit hard toward first. Well, this is speared by the first baseman.
Boy, and how they get out of this one with only 1 out on this play is a mystery. This probably should have been much more than that, but they can't wind up making the play.
Into the box now, Jose Lobaton, as he's swinging first pitch and sends a line drive out to left center. And he's got himself a base hit. And the runner will score from second.
if I didn't know any better, I'd think this was the 27 Yankees up there. Now that 16 runs they pushed across so far in my scorebook, well, it's starting to look like one big ink spot.
Albert Pujols will look for his third hit of the ball game now. Now the first pitch. Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. More spring training baseball from Florida following this. Herb Haller will start it off here in their half of the ninth, and no sign of a reliever. They're going to let him try to finish this one off.
Well, he's been brilliant so far, so why not see if he can take it the distance? It just doesn't happen these days very often.
And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
That's Darnell Day.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul.
He is the
ready now on 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed 2-1.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
And you know he wants this complete game, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if a walk right here might be the end of the line.
Now the 3-1 home. And he drops a change in on him there, and that'll run it full 3-2.
Yeah, he must have been looking for that same breaking ball because that pitch, it's right there.
No walks so far. Here's the 3-2. And this is hit hard on the ground to first. And he'll take this to the
bag. You're not getting hit.
Unassisted for the first out. A reminder not to touch that remote after we're through.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Highlights of the ball game this afternoon, exclusively right here on the show. Christian Bethancourt steps in now. First pitch coming. And it's the outside corner. It's strike 1.
Man, I list.
Now the pitch.
Well, I don't think.
And that's in there as well. Boy, no messing around here in this ninth inning.
And that's a close mentality. They're not usually the best at setting guys up. They're going to come right at you with their best pitch. That's usually a fastball.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Here's Kershaw with another 0-2. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's the second out of the inning.
And right here, you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there, and he makes the play near the line.
Steven Moya will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think this was his first inning out there. He's still throwing the ball with a lot of velocity.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Well, we talked about how they needed a good outing out of this guy, and he gave them that and even more, finishing off the complete game victory.
Well, the Jays are now 2-4 against National League teams this spring.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. And the brightest star for the Blue Jays this afternoon was this fella right here, Ben Zobrist. Put that on a bubblegum card. He's our top player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't quite squeeze in the triple, but that's all right. Definitely did enough to earn himself the hardware.
Ryan Wayburn makes it 10 to Milwaukee's in the seventh.
For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out. Head over to theshownation.com. The Blue Jays come out on top, 16-3. So long, everybody.
Winning pitcher.
What a mess. Oh, he's 9 15 innings. Oh, look at him. The way he's 9-12. Looks like he's at 500. 11. And the Yankees is 17-9. My Jays is 18-6. I can't believe it. Mueller played 2 games. I actually advanced 3 days because of the 29th for the update. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have actually 5 games left. So, Martin Strowman and Tim Castle. 1 game left this week. You wanna play again? Today's game is Chris Sale's last appearance this spring. Smallest game? This is the last game of Mr. Bagona. So, the 30th is Chris Sale's last game this spring. The 31st is Matthew McDonald's last game of the spring. And April 1st is David Price's last game of the spring. And David Price is 2 this spring. Sale is 3-1. Madonna is 4-1. Like I said, Price is 2-2. Roman is 3-1. And Kershaw is 5-0. Oh man, it's way later today. Later today. Oh, I can get it, but like I can't get that. I can't get that. I can't get that. Oh, I can get that if I get. If I can get that too, it's fine. Nope, I don't want it. The Thunder spent us 4 hits in the game in the 8th for the Giants. This is what I'm going to do.
Right.